Hello, my name is Malcolm. I'm originally from Scotland. I've been in Hong Kong for about 10 years. I love the city. I'm sure I'll be here for many years more. And I'm a proud member of St Andrew's Church, and I'm getting baptised today. I became a Christian in December 2021. Tim Keller talks about the 3 barriers to faith. So intellectual, social, and personal. So after 10 years of friendship with a particular St Andrew's staff member, I accepted the invitation to go to Christianity Explored. And yeah, it was an extremely helpful course in answering the questions I had about is the Bible historically true, and other sort of fact-based questions I had. So C helped me clarify that Jesus really was the Son of God. So the social aspect was always going to be less of a barrier for me because of my friendship, or existing friendship with one of the St Andrew's team. And I became friendly with the CE team leader. And I also got to know other people at church through just attending the services. So that aspect was relatively straightforward for me. So after CE, I did a lot of reading from the great Christian writers such as Tim Keller, C.S. Lewis, John Piper, and others. I always knew personally that there would have to be some sort of supernatural spark or influence, because what we're being asked to put our faith in is something supernatural. And it happened that I had a supernatural experience where I felt Jesus' presence in my life. I knew that my sins were paid for, that he's real, and I could no longer deny him. So I said a prayer of conversion on the spot, and here I am. It's changed how I live my life, how I view my place in the world. I see the world through a biblical lens. So practical examples of that would be how I view meaningful work, suffering, taking risks, what it means to be a man, all these practical topics. I've adjusted how I live my life, and I think I live a better life for it. So the habits that I'm developing to reinforce my faith would be daily reading the Bible and prayer, and also, of course, attending church and Oxygen Growth Group, and just generally spending time with other Christians. My favourite Bible verse would be Isaiah 40:31. But those who hope in the Lord will renew their strength. They will soar on wings like eagles. They will run and not grow weary. They will walk and not be faint. So one of my Christian heroes that springs to mind would be Eric Liddell. And if you've seen the movie Chariots of Fire, he's one of the main protagonists. So Liddell was an Olympic champion sprinter in the 1920s, but he was also an ordained minister and missionary in China. And he died in a prisoner of war camp during World War II. But we know from the accounts that he was just a really, really godly man, lived a life full of courage, devotion, conviction, and he always glorified God over his own considerable achievements. So Liddell's the sort of character I aspire to be like. I'm getting baptized today, firstly because Jesus commands it of his followers, and secondly it's a public declaration of my faith, and I think just an act of intent that I will continue to follow.